Ну что, господа, всем привет, всем здравствуйте, сервис Кэтман, сегодня с вами Kingdom Come Deliverance, поехали. Пук-пек, пук-пик-пак-пек. Так. Надо будет как-нибудь сходить, таки постричься куда-то как-то. Петелинса. Поехали. Ту-ту-ту-ту-ту-ту-ту. Средневековье миф. Хватит быть европоцентричным. Что? Чего? Европоцентричным? Не было никакого средневековья, да, Ленсар? Человечество возникло в 1800 году. В 1900. Томас, привет. Так. Встретится с Куна в его лагере. Сижу, залипаю в картинку, найдите 25 фильмов, нашел 20 завис. А надо работать. Ну, прокрастинация штука такая, да. Значит, пока не фатально. Ноль афрочихов в этой игре из нуля возможных в тот период времени. Так, Алиса, к чему ты вдруг это? Хиппи, привет. Ссылочка к Ведьмаку. И в чем она заключается? Зачем что-то к чему-то, когда можно что-то просто так? Ну, чтобы не выглядеть сумасшедшим, Ленсар, например. Я посеял. Все равно не понял. А привет, я спать, надеюсь проснуться к крестийским бабенкам. Давай, хиппи, споки-поки. Ты сколько поспал? Я видел, ты в 4 утра стримил. Вот опять пятный анус, здравствуй. Я поспал часа 3, потом отстримил. Ты поспал еще где-то часа 3. Вот так вот. Чем не выглядеть сумасшедшим. Скучно же. Много причин. Чтобы нормально, не знаю, пользоваться магазинами. Чтобы тебя не останавливали на каждом посту ДПС. Так, и чё, где вы? Хм. Здесь и гаши, зелье кошачьи лапки. Ну, видимо, сюда слишком рано приехал, они еще не пришли. В Твайсе Кризис был, Хан был. Когда? В Трай, который нынешний, нет. В Трай, который был предыдущий, Кризис был, да, но не Хан. А Война в небесах. Отправляйся на второе задание.
Stefan, can you tell me something about yourself?
What is it you want to know, youngster?
Так.
I'm curious how you ended up in Kuno's band.
You noticed I don't exactly fit in with this pack of felons and reprobates. Huh? Unfortunately, you can't always choose your company, can you?
No, I suppose not. But how did you come to be with them?
Oh, well, I'd love to tell you, but Kuno insisted we keep that between the two of us. And I'm not one to break a confidence.
Oh. But, well, Kuno said it was you who wanted to keep it secret.
Really? Are you sure about that? You must have misunderstood him.
No, I don't think so. At least... Oh, never mind. So, where did you live before? What did you do?
I used to live in a town before. Back there I was doing something very different. Although, now I think of it, maybe it wasn't that different in a way. If you know what I mean.
Actually, I haven't the foggiest idea what you mean. You don't give anything away, do you?
Me? I'm an open book, lad. Ask me anything you like, and I'll give you an honest answer. Go on.
Maybe another time. My head's starting to spin.
Лазер, привет.
As you wish. Shame, though. There's nothing I enjoy more than conversing.
What do you think about this business with Hagen Zul?
I'd say you and Sir Radzig are very fortunate to have Kuno on the job. He's a master at handling such matters.
Is he? Why's that?
Dealing with bastards like Hagen Zul demands both courage and sharp wits. It's not a commonplace combination, but Kuno has both in abundance.
Can you tell me something about yourself?
What do you want to know?
Why do they call you Dangler?
Because Kuno found me dangling on the end of a rope.
Ah, I see. So, he saved you from execution?
I wouldn't call it an execution exactly. At the time I was squire to the Lord of Buzitz. There was a proper knight for you, full of ideals and honour. I looked up to him as a hero. Then in one skirmish he was killed, and the foe took me captive. They stood me on a shaky wooden cross with my hands tied behind my back and a noose around my neck, for amusement. Then they rode off laughing.
But how long were you stuck there?
I couldn't tell you. Hours, maybe days. In the end, everything started going black. I could feel the devil pulling me down by the legs.
Jesus! How on earth did you survive?
I didn't. When Kuno found me, he says I was dead as a doornail. They cut me down, took the rope off me, and someone gave me a kick and I coughed and came back to life. Sort of.
Жестко. Чей это? Бузица или бузица? Отличное название для протестов.
What do you think about this business with Hagen Zul?
Hagen Zul? Who's that?
That robber baron who's been pillaging Sir Radzig's estate. Didn't Kuno tell you?
He did. But then he says a lot of things. Zul, Radzig, Sokol and Hineka Kravan, Wenceslas, Sigismund. It all goes in one ear and out the other. What do I care? Ride somewhere, kill some fellas, have a drink, and go to sleep. If you're lucky, it won't rain while you're at it. That's all.
Еще и дождя не будет. An interesting spot.
What is it, Jakey?
The stone wants to talk with you, if you can call it that. Probably about that ring.
What ring?
Ah, no one told you about it. The fellas call it the Ring of Bacchus. It's a kind of game we play. Kuno gave us this ring. It's just a worthless bauble. But when we're at the tavern, Kuno pays everything for the man who has the ring. So we steal the ring from each other and try to trick each other. Well, actually, just the others. They won't let me play. Kuno says I'm too young to get boozed up.
That sounds like a lot of fun. But I don't have the ring, so why does the stone want to see me?
He probably wants you to steal it from someone. Since you're new, the fellows will talk to you, and it won't be suspicious.
All right. I'll have a word with him.
Okay.
Hey, Jakey, can you tell me something about yourself?
Want to get matey, eh? Sure, Henry. What do you want to know?
How did you end up in Kuno's band?
Well, I used to be a baker's hand in Prague, but all the other fellas were always on my back, always swearing at me. Sometimes they even beat me up, took everything I had. To make a bit of coin, I started going to the tavern across the road, entertaining the rich gents with jokes, playing the fool. Sometimes someone would throw me a half-groschen. One time, Kuno turned up there, and I got to talking with him. When I told him all the shit I was getting at the bakery, he offered to take me with him.
I bet you were glad to get out of there.
Yeah, though it's not like they give me much peace here either. It's all,
Jakey, come here. Jakey, go there. Jakey, get that.
Well, surely you can't be any worse off here than in the bakery.
no. Only, at the bakery, the worst I ever got was a beating. It's not like my life was in danger. But here, when those Beerman brothers are drunk, I have to keep well out of sight.
Перерыв на работе, тут такие колоритные названия. Понимаю, чай. Господа, сейчас приду через пару минут. Так, продолжаем, простите, господа. Так.
How come they bullied you at the bakery? It's usually the shy ones bullies pick on. That's not exactly you.
Not now, maybe. I learned a thing or two since then.
Oh, come on, you shy? You just said you were playing the fool and telling jokes in the tavern.
All right, I'll tell you the truth. They picked on me because I'm an orphan. The parish priest of St. Apollinaires in Prague found me as a baby in the church one winter's morning. I spent half my childhood in parish houses and half on the street.
I see. That must have been tough.
Почему к нему
Still is
приставали?
tough, I can tell you that.
Типа слабая цель.
What do you think about this business with Hag and Zool?
Zool? Huh. I'd rather keep that to myself. But since you're the only one who's interested in my opinion, I'll tell you. I reckon Radzig's making a big mistake. I might not be grown up yet, but I've walked in these shoes long enough to know that asking a mercenary to do something for nothing is stupid.
Wait, what are you trying to say?
Never mind. It's just a feeling I have. If Kuno heard me talking about it, he'd tan my hide.
Типа,
Alright.
Куна ничего не получает за то, что помогает Рацигу. Щит кабанья спина у меня такой же.
All right. Just asking.
Что?
Jakey sent me to you. Something about a ring?
Mm-hmm.
I suppose you want me to get it from someone?
Mm.
Who has it?
У висельника.
Does Dangler have it?
Mm.
Alright. How should I get it?
Не знаю, такой тип. Так, а где два брата акробата? Может, он их куда-нибудь отправил по какому-нибудь заданию?
Hey, I want the ring of Bacchus. I heard you have it.
So you'd come and ask me for it. That's a novel approach.
Well, you don't just have to steal it from each other. Why not play for it?
I don't play dice, but we can duel for it.
Хорошо.
Alright. Why not?
I'll wager the ring, and you put up some groschen, all right?
Sure. I'll wager that.
That'll do it. Well, now it's something worth fighting for. So you better watch out.
Где будет в полную силу сажаться? Ау.
Fair fight. I don't like giving it up. Well, at least I won't get so plastered next time. Just watch out it doesn't get pinched.
I'll do that. Thanks.
Это было легко. Ну, мы уже там после Терминатора, потому что...
I got the ring from Dangler. Yeah, well, I suppose there's not much more either of us can say about it. Yeah, thanks to you too.
Денег дал. Молчание, золото и другие суеверия. О, неплохо. Посмотрим, кто захочет стать следующим его владельцем. Книга о красноречии. Она же у нас уже максимальная, нет? О, нет, еще есть куда развиваться. Окей. Лучше говорить с мудрецом о чем-нибудь глупом, чем с глупцом о чем-нибудь умном. То есть, если ты идиот, говори лишь о том, что знаешь. Левел ап красноречия. Глупцы будут охотнее покупать у вас краденое. Хорошо.
Hey!
What's it about, Stefan?
Ah, Henry, the very man I wanted to see. I heard you got the ring from Dangler and gave it to the stone.
Maybe.
Let's not beat around the bush. I could use your help too. I think the stone has had the ring long enough, if you get what I'm saying.
I'll help you. I've got nothing else to do anyway.
I want to steal the ring from the stone while he's asleep, but that fella sleeps with one eye open. He needs a little help with sleeping soundly, and I've got a feeling you're the kind of man who knows how to arrange that kind of thing.
Sure. I'll bring you some sleeping potion.
Great. I knew I could count on you. And if you happen to come across that ring, all the better.
Типа украсть или зелье. Сонное зелье, чтобы успеть булыгу. А эти два брата где? Я думаю, я могу у него просто украсть, конечно, зелье. А, вон они, походу.
Tell me something about yourself.
What do you want to know?
How did you and Jan end up with Kuno?
Me and my brother been riding with coinmen since we was little. This was just another mercenary band for us. But Kuno seemed like a decent kind of fellow who'd treat us fair.
What do you think about this business with Hagen Zul?
Well, I'm worried Kuno is underestimating Hagen. I was at the siege of Lansenbach with the both of them, so I know a thing or two about it. Hagen's got all these noble airs and graces. These knights that talk of honor and glory. Kuno reckons they're like lost lambs on the battlefield, and he's usually right. But that Hagen ain't no lamb. He's a cold-blooded killer, by all accounts.
Понятно, спасибо.
Can you tell me something about yourself, Jan?
Why not? I haven't been to confession for a while.
How did you end up in Kuno's band?
Ah, it's nothing new for me and my brother. We've been fighting for coins since we were old enough to carry swords. Last time we rode with one Lombardian by the name of Collini. All over Bavaria, Austria and that.
What happened? Did you fall out?
Nah, we just wanted to come back to Bohemia. You know how it is. Where no one understands a word you say, it ain't worth a damn.
You and Petter seem very close.
As brothers should be, lad.
Nah, to tell the truth, I'd never have guessed the two of you came from the same mother.
Oh, we've got the same ma, all right. I ain't got no ma, and neither does he. And the same goes for our pa. It's probably Satan himself.
Oh. I'm a bit confused. You're not actually brothers?
We might be. We might not. A band of mercenaries found us in a village when I was still a baby, and Petter hardly walking. Playing in the dirt together we was. Their leader took a shine to us for some reason. He took us away and raised us up. Raised us with swords for playthings and ale for mother's milk. A few years later, he was killed in Saxony. The band fell apart, but we joined another right away. That's the way it's been ever since, over and over.
So you two never had... well,
A normal life. We ride from one fight to another, risking our necks and killing who they pay us to kill. That's normal for us. Always has been.
Понятно.
What do you think about this business with Hagen Zul?
That's a very tricky matter, I can tell you. Them Zuls are well known among us mercenaries. Hagen and his two brothers fought in the Margraviate Wars. That's quite a feather to have in your cap. On the other hand, they've got their weaknesses.
Like what?
They still like to think of themselves as high and mighty lords. Kuno got over that, thank Christ, and he treats us all like equals.
You think Hagen's men have no great love for him?
Well, I'd say they're running before his whip more than following his flag, if you understand me.
Aye. I see what you
Боятся
get at.
больше, чем уважают. Ну что, go делать зелье. Тан-тан, та-дан-тан-та, да-та-да-да-да-да-да-да-да-да-да-да-да.
Man cannot live by bread alone.
Итак, сонное зелье. Оно же, видимо, колыбельное. Кто глаз сомкнуть не может или скот раненый успеть желает, тот пусть это снадобье сварит и обретет желанный покой. Однако часто его не пей, оно может притупить твой разум. Детям неугомонным давай лишь половину дозы. Масло. Горсть мака, горсть чертополоха и горсть вороньего глаза. Масло. Поехали. Брось мак в котелок и кипяти в течение одного оборота. Добавь чертополох и кипяти в течение одного оборота. Дай отвару остыть, затем добавь вороний глаз. Блин, надо было закончить зелье на этом на самом деле. Я тупанул. Не надо было кипятить-то больше. Ай, дурак. Ну, сработало. That's good. Что у нас там по прокачке? Алхимии, я имею в виду. Алло. Ига, что с тобой? О. 9, почти. Надо бы доделать, какие-нибудь простых зелий сделать. Докачать 10 уж. Спиртное, горсть мяты и 2 горсти ромашки. Измельчи ромашку. 2 горсти ромашки. Положи все ингредиенты в котелок и кипяти в течение одного оборота. Горсть мяты еще. Готово. От тяжести в животе. Еще раз. Две горсти ромашки. Еще. А, уже не хватает. А, нет, сначала спиртное, да. Интересно, есть ли в игре секретные рецепты, которых вообще невозможно найти? Типа чисто методом перебора. Тут же можно самому ингредиенты подбирать, если хочешь. Ту-ду-ду-дум. Ту-ду-ду-дум. Та-дам-та-дам-там. Ту-ду-ду-ду-ду-ду-дум. Level up. Так, рутина. Тебе можете выйти на автоматически, если однажды уже его сварили, но сварите только одно. Ну что, осталось раздобыть все наши травы, муравы и бахать зелья в астрономических количествах, чтобы качать навык. Если это, конечно, качает навык. В чем я не уверен, на самом деле. Ба-бам-ба-да-ду-ду-ду-дум. Степан Летко.
I've got that potion for you. A few drops in the stone's drink and he'll sleep like a baby.
I hope not. Babies have a tendency to shit themselves and wake up screaming.
They say someone there hands them a pile of coin and they'll share with us.
Oh shit. They're the ones who owe a pile of coin, and that's why they want to get out of Bohemia. I'm telling you, Chief. One morning we'll wake up and the bearmen will be gone.
So what do you think about recruiting some more men?
We could do with 2 or 3 more, all right. Another archer, someone who knows something about healing. Someone who can talk, that is.
And replacements for the bearmen?
That's why Kuttenberg makes sense. It's a silver mining town and miners are hard as fucking nails.
Some of them might be tempted to go crushing heads for silver instead of ore.
Exactly. The town is full of Deutsches, so maybe that'll settle the bearman's yearning for Brandenburg.
Бахуса. Сейчас один, наверное, из братьев попросит кольцо раздобыть.
Tell me something.
What do you want to...
Your brother was saying you rode before with some Collini fella.
He did he? Did he tell you why we finished with him?
Yeah, he said you missed Bohemia.
Ha ha! Miss Bohemia! That's good! Ha ha ha! But it ain't far from the truth. Jan missed any place where he wouldn't have a band of furious Italians looking to skin him alive.
Ah. He did something to anger them.
Oh, aye. While Collini was away, he broke into the trunk where the coin was kept. Took it all and wagered it with a fellow who claimed his bear knew how to dance. And lost it all.
What? The bear really did dance?
Aye. Costliest carnage we ever watched. We had to get the fuck out of there before Collini came back and had the 2 of us dancing on the end of a rope.
Медведь и пал танцевал. Да, медведи они такие могут. Так, ну, наверное, второй брат захочет кольцо. Па-пам-пам-пам, парам-да-да-дам, ту-ру-ру-ру-ру. Нет? Приблуда? Ты хочешь кольцо? Нет? Снова не мой чувак? Нет. Вряд ли сам Куна, он же платит за выпивку. Ох. Как успехи? О, может, я в
I've got a
кости.
bit of coin today. What better way to use it than a game of dice?
Раз, два, три, 4, 5, 6.
Your fame precedes you, but you won't get the better of me.
6, 6, 5, 6, 5. Чувак, как тебе такое начало? Ну, у тебя тоже есть необычные кости. Должно быть некоторое время. А, понял. Что не моментально. Ну да, я же там книгу, кстати, почитал после первого квеста. Рискуешь, парень, рискуешь.
No point in pushing it.
6, 6, 6, 4, 4, 4. Как тебе это? Шесть, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Было бы неплохо, но нет. 6. Шесть, 6, 5, 5.
This'll be the one.
4 единицы. Ну, круто,
Should
да.
I? Shouldn't I? No, I didn't.
Круто. 2, 3, 4. Нет, не получится. Но пятерки есть. 5 пятерок, чувак.
Holy mother of God, why do you punish me?
Часик поспим, уколем у него кости. Есть смысл, кстати, взять просто 6 одинаковых костей. Где-нибудь раздобыть 6 одинаковых костей и ими всеми играть.
Why are you creeping around like a footpad?
Намаз. Что-то Радс X-Men. Человек Радс, как он меня зовет. Ты меня зовешь, Ян?
Let me guess. It's about that ring?
Yeah. You gave it to Fletch, right?
Yeah.
That's a shame. I had my eye on it. Any idea where he put it? He definitely ain't got it on him.
Sorry, not a clue.
Look here. If you could get it back from him and bring it to me, I'll give you something.
Кстати, а что нам лучник дал за это? Что нам лучник дал за кольцо?
That's fair enough.
Деньги, Оля. Деньги скучно.
I want that ring. I believe you still have it?
Ha! First he brings me the ring, then he wants it back.
Well, those are the rules of the game, right?
True enough. Only I did the sensible thing and hid it carefully. It's not so much about the free booze. I'm just a competitive bastard by nature. But just to make things interesting, here's a wee clue for you. Find the dead standing among the living and turn your eyes heavenwards.
Круто. Мертвеца, что стоит среди живых. Устреми свой взгляд в небеса. Мертвое дерево среди растущих.
My teeth are hanging loose. I'm not afraid they'll all fall out. The innkeeper thinks about it and says, Father, my balls have been hanging loose for more than 30 years, and they haven't fallen out yet.
Ну, вот такой досуг, да. Ладно, пойдет. Он, наверное, в гнездо какое-нибудь спрятал. У этого самого дерева мертвого. Мертвеца среди живых. Ну, вон, кстати. Nope. Вряд ли так далеко. Ну, это дерево не очень похоже на мертвое. Так что не думаю. Это тоже.
My humble greeting.
И можно поговорить о Ратае. Хоть он и странник. Окей. Ну, еще здесь есть вот этот вот могильный холм. Может быть, на нем.
I'm looking for the ring, but Stefan has hidden it somewhere. Any idea where it might be?
Mm-hmm.
О,
Ah, you know something. Where he hid it? Birds? Something to do with birds?
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me any more than that?
Mm-mm.
окей. Ну, типа гнездо, по-любому гнездо. Может, вот там типа прокачать?
Another archer, someone who knows something about healing.
So, like it or not, he has to do it again. A few minutes later, she farts again. So loud she scares the birds from the trees. The husband says,
Пять игр,
no,
спасибо.
no. You can't expect me to do it 3 times in a row. And the wife answers, husband, if you could fuck half as good as I fart, once would be enough.
Ну, он, кстати, какое-то девица с виду мертвое. Вообще, кстати, может, тут на карте прямо указано. Ну, не похоже. Браво, да, вот эта шутка. Если бы ты свое дело... Фуск перевели, как делать свое дело. Опаньки. Внезапно. Это я не ожидал. Что так вот сокровище найду. Странная ветка, да? Из ничего растет. Бэ. Хорошая такая загадочка-то. Давайте других расспросим, может, что подскажет. Хотя местоположение.
I'm looking for that ring. Stefan has it hidden away somewhere. Know anything about it?
Christ, you haven't had enough. No, I don't know anything.
Enough of what?
Chasing around after that trinket. It's just as well you took it from me, though. Don't need any extra temptation to get drunk.
Thanks anyway. I'm looking for that ring for your brother. Stefan had it last, but he hid it somewhere. Any idea where it might be?
No doubt he wants to keep it safe from drunken bastards like my brother.
Well, takes one to know one. Any idea where he might have put it?
Me? No, not a clue.
Приблудно, как всегда, за ним поглядел. Парень внимательный.
I'm looking for the ring. That tricky bastard Stefan has hidden
Bastard.
it somewhere.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
What don't you know?
Where he put it? I don't know.
Jakey, I never even asked you if you knew where he put it, and you're already trying to wriggle out of answering. You know something.
But I promised Fletch I wouldn't tell anyone. He's the only one here who treats me right, and I want to keep it that way.
He's not the only one who treats you well. So do I. Don't you want to keep on my good side too? I'm Sir Radzig Cobbler's right-hand man. It'd be smart to get into my good books.
Ah, I suppose so. Maybe it'd come in useful for me one day.
There you are then. So, where did he hide it?
It's in a nest.
Это я и так знаю.
Ah, what nest?
A kestrel's, I think?
Aha. I think you know what I mean.
Well, if you climb on top of that hillock in the camp and look more or less north, you'll see a kind of half-dead tree. And it's on that.
Tricky bugger. Thanks.
На север? Ну, я там был и что-то гнезда я там не видел.
Where to head next, Damien?
Aye, Chief.
Yeah.
Да, вот у дерева я был. Ну вот там есть гнездочко, конечно. Ну типа тут, может еще дальше. Тут никакого гнезда нет. Видимо, речь идет о куда дальшем полу засохшем дереве. Ну нет, это явно не оно не полу засохшее. А вот там вот что-то есть. Но это уже вообще не север. И тоже не похоже на полузасохшее. Тут сокровище, но там мы уже были. И не было никакого гнезда. Я надеюсь, это не из тех квестов, где пока мы не узнаем подсказки, гнездо не заспавнится. Потому что если так, то это довольно тупо. И отсюда был прям на юг. Все еще никакого гнезда. Ну вон типа есть дерево. Ну... Да, скорее всего, это оно. Да.
So, the farmer goes to his neighbour and says, "Look, the girl's not the brightest, but she's got a kind soul. She'll do anything to please you. And I'll even throw in my best cock as a dowry." So, the neighbour agrees and marries the girl. The day after the wedding, the father comes by to see how the newlyweds are getting on. And to his surprise, he sees the groom kneeling in the courtyard over the cock, which is lying dead on the ground. "Jesus," he says, "what happened here?" Well, the wife says to me, "What can I do to please you?" And I says to her, "You can grab my cock and squeeze it, and don't stop squeezing till it's stiff."
Тут игра слов заключается в том, что как это и петушок, и, простите, член по-английски.
I've got the ring.
Kuno won't know what hit him. I'll drink the alehouse dry just to get my money's worth. Here, have a drink yourself, on me.
Thanks. Enjoy.
Do 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 do. Dum ba da bum bum ba da bum bum ba da bum bum ba da 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 bum.
What's happening?
Like I said, maybe you might help me out.
It wouldn't by any chance have to do with the ring I got for your brother?
Ha! How did you guess?
Put it down to my amazing powers of deduction?
So, are you gonna get it for me? It won't be easy, mind. Jan thinks I might try to steal it. The mistrustful bastard.
Да, давай, конечно.
Alright. Why the hell not?
Great. Best thing is just to pinch it. He watches me like a hawk. But you...
Окей.
I want that ring back.
That's a good one. The ring back.
No, I'm serious.
Good for you, but you're not getting it.
Come on. How about fighting for it, eh?
Not in the mood for it, sorry. Besides, I'm looking forward to drinking away every groschen Kuno has, and more.
I'll just have to do without it.
Ah, that's life. Chin up.
На двух не хватает ужасающего облика. Аригато гозаимасу.
I got the ring.
Brilliant. Jan will have a fit. Here, have this for your trouble. You've earned it.
150 грошей. Че, он вернется обратно? Алхимика после 15-го, пьянство после 15-го. А у нас пьянство 14-го. Надо бухануть что-нибудь. К слову, лекарство для мархаедов. Ладно, оставим на всякий случай. Отличное вино. Пук. О. Чё, Куна меня зовет?
Sir Kuno, can you tell me something about yourself?
Drop the sir. That title brought me nothing but grief. But what do you want to know?
Ну, давай.
Sir Radzig told me the Rickvold family lost its wealth. How did that happen?
There's all sorts of ways to become impoverished. Nothing easier. Especially when your father's a fool. And your mother's mad as a bat.
Oh.
But it's a long and twisted story. We took our name from Rickvald Castle, but that actually belonged to the convent of the Poor Clares in Tynitz, and my father only leased it. You see, he knew the abbess there since they were young. Knew her very well. There was even talk that she only joined the order because her family wouldn't let her marry him. Anyway, whether he was fucking her right there in the convent, or he just took a lot of interest in scripture, he spent an awful lot of time in Tynitz.
Подозрительно.
Oh, he might have been after a bit of both.
Sinning and confessing all in one place. Well, I can see the convenience of it. Anyway, my mother never had strong nerves. Truth be told, her sanity was always shaky. Pa's escapades drove her cuckoo entirely. Then, one frosty December morning, I was woken by screaming and smoke. I looked out the window. I saw my mother there, in the courtyard, wreathed in flames. Behind her, the stables, the farm buildings and the tower were burning too. And she just stood there, shrieking with laughter.
Christ. That sounds like a scene straight out of hell.
Hellish it was, I can tell you. Me and my sister Adela and a few servants managed to get out before the whole place went up. I couldn't get to my father. Or my little brother. The lad was only 7. My sister and I were left destitute after the fire. But then my cousin, Adam of Drevich, took us into his castle. A few weeks later, he offered to buy what was left of our estates and sell me a small fortress near a Kovnik. It was a great relief. We suddenly had some hope of a future again. So I told my sister about it. And it was the biggest mistake of my life. A week later, the two of them announced to me they were getting married. And all that was left of our estates, lands, woods, villages, Adela was to get it all as a dowry.
But surely that was for you to decide. You were the head of the family, right?
Aye. Only I barely had 17 years under my belt, and I'd just lost everything. Of course, I argued with them, and that was the only excuse they needed to kick me out of Drevich too.
That's pretty harsh.
You're telling me. But I'm not complaining. As my pa always used to say, if If you can turn your hand to something, you'll never be lost. I doubt it ever crossed his mind how often I'd remember those words.
What about your debt to Sir Radzig? How did that come about?
A twist of fate, lad. I was fighting in the hostilities between the House of Schallenberg and the town of Colleen. Some trade dispute it was, and I fought under the Schallenberg colours. In the end, the two sides negotiated a truce, and I rode to Colleen with the delegation that was to parley there. We stopped off at an inn on the way, and it was there that I met Radzig Kobyla. I could tell at first sight he was a man after my own heart. A likeable rogue, with a sharp mind and a merry soul. We spent the whole night drinking together and talking, and in the morning we set off together, with sore heads, but in good temper, since he was travelling the Colleen same as I was. Only, once we reached the city gates, they arrested me on the spot. Seems the burghers had it in for me, since I'd been making their lives hell for a good 6 months. On the other hand,
Не жизнь,
I
а
was a
сказку.
member of the peace
Ад.
delegation, so by rights, they shouldn't have even looked at me sideways. And then it hit me why Radzig was there. Colleen is a royal city, so he was there to represent the king's interests.
I see. So he was on the other side.
That's right. Anyway, they threw me in a dungeon, and a few days later word reached me that the Schallenbergs had reached an agreement with the burghers. Only part of the deal was they would give them my head. And I'd surely have ended my days swinging from the town battlements if it hadn't been for Radzig. He liked me, and he could see it was a dirty trick, so he somehow squared things with the city council.
Lucky for you.
Indeed. I owe my life to Radzig, and I'll never forget it. He's asked me twice before for help. This is the third time. And how could I refuse him?
Круто.
I'd like to ask about your men.
Ask away.
What about the fellow they call Dangler?
I've never ridden with a better man, I can tell you. He doesn't say a lot, but for that, he listens all the better. Nothing escapes him.
So he scouts for you?
Not just that. It's happened more than once. I was closing a deal with someone, and Dangler told me after that he didn't like the smell of the fellow. Nearly every time he was right. And the fellow tried to stab me in the back after.
Хо-хо. Чувак, какое сейчас кольцо? Поусти немного. У Петра из Медведей.
Those Behrman brothers are quite a pair.
Indeed they are. There's no more mercy in them than in, well, a bear.
A bear?
If I told them to skewer you on the spot, they'd do it, without batting an eyelid.
Jesus.
Oh, aye. They'd argue first about which one of them got to do the job. But they're as obedient as a huntsman's dogs. Real soldiers, the pair of them. Reliable, as long as they don't get too drunk. Then there's no keeping them under control. But nobody's perfect.
What can you tell me about Stefan?
Fletching. For one thing, he's a very resourceful fellow.
How did he come to join your band?
Well, let's just say he was in the right place at the right time. You'll find he has quite a knack for that.
What exactly happened?
Sorry, I'd love to tell you the whole story, but I'd be betraying his trust.
Oh, now you've got me curious. Maybe I should ask him myself.
Sure, why not? Our Fletch does love to converse.
Они любят он
What
болтать.
about that dumb one? How did he end up with you?
The stone? Oh, he just kind of tagged along.
Just like that?
Aye, just like that. We were riding from Olomouc to a castle past Kladsko, when we ran into him and some other wayfarers camping along the way. You know how it goes. We made acquaintance with them, had a drink or two. Then we travelled on together. After all, there's safety in numbers.
I'm not sure I'd be thinking that if I ran into you lot on the road.
We might have done some things I ain't proud of. But wayfarers are sacred even for me. Anyway, our fellow travellers dropped off along the way. One in Mohelnitz, one in Schoenberg, and the rest in Kladsko. Except for the stone. He stuck with us the whole way. The fellas kept asking him what he was after. But of course he never said a word. When we were approaching Barsdorf, I ordered the men to get rid of him. I had some business at the castle, and I didn't want any strangers sticking their noses in.
Stefan tried to tell him nicely, but he just sat there, staring like he was turned to stone. That's when we gave him the name. Then the Bearman brothers tried to get him off his horse. He booted Jan in the face and knocked him out cold. Then he jumped down and felled Petter with one punch. A man who can do that is a man you want on your side. So we kept him.
Weren't you worried about having a stranger in your band? Especially one who didn't talk?
No, I figured if you can't talk, you can't tell. Besides, I've had worse.
Прикольно. Но не факт, что не умеет говорить. Хотя он рот свой показывал, что их зуб. Языка
That boy
нет.
will be the death of me. You've got to be tough on him, or he's good for nothing. But I'm fond of him, in a way.
Like a son?
I wouldn't go that far. But I've no family of my own. And unlike those other cutthroats, he seems to me like a good lad.
You're pretty hard on him, though. And the others keep him on his toes, too.
The boy needs a firm hand. I was like him once, and I got the same too. If we let him be, we'd end up with a third bear man. And who'd want that?
True. 2 is more than enough. What's up, Kuno?
It's about that accursed ring.
What, again?
Aye. I heard the fellas had you running around for them. You mustn't let them take advantage of you. Anyway, it's all gotten a bit out of hand. I wanted to raise morale, but instead I've got them at each other's throats.
Yeah, sure enough. But what do you want me to do?
Забери
I
кольцо.
want you to get the ring from Petter and bring it to me. I can't just take it back, see? I'd lose their trust. Besides, Petter's hidden it somewhere. You won't be willing to give it up. Don't worry,
Блин,
I'm
чёрт.
done with this game.
Последний
In
раз,
the
окей.
future, I'll just buy the fellas a drink now and again. Let them play their own games.
Петр, 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 Петр.
I'm asking if you heard this joke.
What joke? You haven't told me it yet.
It's just a turn of phrase, for fuck's sake. If you're gonna tell a joke, you say, have you heard this one?
Which one? How am I supposed to know which joke you mean?
Because when you're talking to a normal person, you'll let you get on with telling the joke.
I'm not stopping you. Get on with it, for fuck's sake.
Jesus. Alright.
Ну давай,
There's
Вазер.
a priest who was always complaining about his teeth to everyone he met. One day, he was sitting in the alehouse, and this innkeeper asked him why he was so glum about it. The priest says, my teeth are hanging loose.
Всё,
I'm
его
afraid
украли.
they'll all
Понял.
fall out." The innkeeper thinks about it and says, Father, my balls have been hanging loose for more than 30 years, and they haven't fallen out yet.
Окей. Только это долго может быть. Мне пришлось дня 4 так спать, чтобы украли, говорит Вазер. Фига. А картина у тебя, что ли, пришлась? Не, я засейвиться. Просто я хочу его отдать в итоге Куна. Просто если они у меня его украдут, то, соответственно, придется его искать заново, либо вообще квест запоится.
Look here, Petter. About the ring I gave you.
Yeah? What about it?
I need to have it back.
Well, that's tough. And don't think you can pinch it from me. I've got it well hidden.
Supposing I take it from you fairly. At dice, maybe?
Ah, you know me too well, Henry. Fine. We can play for it. As long as you can put up a decent wager.
Fine.
Хорошо, Вазер. Healing Mix, привет.
That's what I
Тут
like
пек.
to hear.
Там-там-там-там-там-табадам-пам-пам. Пам-падам-пам-пам-пам-пам-падабам-пам-пам. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 6. Эх. Один, 3, 4, 5, 6. Эх. Один, 1, 5. Молчаливо играет. Опасно. Лакер. 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 1. О-хо-хо-хо-хо-хо-хо! 4000 очков. Неплохо. Неплохо. 5 единиц. Это же просто impossible вообще. Так, что, поспим с ним, да? Четыре тысячи очков. Так это типа, в принципе, победка всегда, сразу же. 5 единиц бросил и победка.
Shit, where's that damn ring? Someone must have pinched it.
Загадочная
What
поэма.
the fuck is this?
Потерянная безделушка. Ты не единственный игрок-охотник за кольцом Бахуса, так что остерегайся остальных. Таинственный стих, который оставил тот, кто украл меня кольцо Бахуса вместо него. Воистину, без меня нет ни фортуны, ни виктории. Я для всех, чьи сердца ищут меня. Тот, кто идет без меня, тот идет по пути погибели. И тот, кто несет меня, тому всегда будет сопутствовать удачи. Вот только я ниже земли и выше небес. Тот идет по пути погибели. И тот, кто несет меня, тому всегда будет сопутствовать удача. Только я ниже земли и выше небес. Тан-тан-тан, та-та-тан, тан-тан-тан-тан-тан, та-та-тан, та-тан. Меч. Вообще не участвовал во всем этом еще Приблуда. Только Приблуда не участвовал во всем этом, но его имя как бы мало о чем говорит. Игра слегка религиозна, говорит Томас. Да что ты говоришь, это же всего лишь слегка средневековье. Скажет, давай 5 не вот так. Пойдет? Я по загадку. А, ну так. Опять же, какое время, такая игра. Почему религиозно? Не знаю. Кто, игра или средневековье? Погнал меня в морду пинать, да? Ну-ка, а что он будет делать? Прям убивать меня будет? В игре что говорится по поводу? Ну, он бессмертный. А, не бессмертный был. До святых. Упоминаются. Не совсем понимаю вопроса, что говорится. Они тут есть. Его нельзя, да, обыскать, я смотрю? Скажи коротко. Я не понимаю вопроса. Я могу его убить? Серьезно? Ну, нельзя облутать. Можно убить Куна, но нельзя его облутать. Вот так вот.
Oh, shit. Where's that damn ring? Someone must have pinched it. And what the fuck is this?
Ниже земли и выше небес. Я бы сказал, карта. Про каких святых говорилось? Да ни про каких святых не говорилось, Хилинг Микс. Чего ты тут привязался? Какие святые? О чем ты? Ну, не знаю, окей, упоминались, да, святой Вацлав упоминался. Ты чего вдруг заинтересовался-то по святых, Хилинг Микс? Будда, ты сказал? Я сказал, святой Вацлав. Какой Будда? О чем ты?
Someone stole the ring from me. Do you know anything about it?
Even if I knew where it was, I couldn't tell you. It's against the rules.
Well, whoever took the ring left some message in its place. Looks like some verse. Now who here knows how to write?
Right? One of us. You're joking, aren't you?
Куна? Сам Куна, что ли? Ну, Степан или Куна. Приблуда может быть, но не знаю. Русский нет перевода голосом. Перевода чего голосом, Хилмикс?
No, sorry. No, I don't.
Well, whoever took the ring.
Someone who knows how to write here? Let me think. I know. It's you!
Нет, нету Хилмикс.
Someone stole the ring from me.
Even if I knew where it was, I couldn't tell you.
Well,
Right? One of us? You're...
Так, ладно, окей, хорошо. Это, наверное, молчаливый чувак умеет писать.
Oh my. You just can't trust anyone these days, can you? Well, what? Someone here knows how to write? Unbelievable.
При этом их почему-то можно спасить повторно.
Someone stop. Was it you? And will you give it back to me? Let me guess. You want me to figure out the message on that paper? All right, you're on.
Терпение, мудрость, умение, страсть, любовь, верность, смекалка, боль. Какой что ты умеешь читать и писать?
Where did you learn to read and write?
Как он тебе
If the
скажет?
others could at least read a little, you could communicate with them.
Ah!
Ah, sure. I suppose it suits you fine this way too. So, back to the riddle.
Терпение, мудрость, смирение, страсть, любовь, верность, смекалка, боль. Мудрость выше небес, ниже земли. Все приключения начинаются из-за нее, да ну не. Я бы сказал не любовь, но страсть, наверное.
Passion? Will you give me another chance? Love? Will you give me another chance?
Ну давай мудрость
Wisdom?
попробуем. Nope.
Will you give me another chance?
Нет.
Oh,
Прослакал.
shit. Nothing then.
Не ругайся, Хильмикс.
Oh, shit. Where's that damn ring? Someone must have
Shit.
pinched it. And what the fuck is this?
Это горизонтовое отверстие. Хильмикс. Мне все равно, что ты думаешь. Не ругайся. Ты меня не переубедишь. Так, без меня нет ни фортуны, ни виктории. Я для всех, чьи сердца ищут меня. Тот, кто идет без меня, тот идет по пути погибели. И тот, кто несет меня, тому всегда будет сопутствовать удача. Вот только я ниже земли и выше небес. Да я так думаю, это в вашем социуме так принято, но если чтение не понравилось, то я понял. Что за ваш в вашем социуме? Что за ваш социум? А не твой социум, Киллинг-Микс? Если чтение не понравилось, то я понял. Да, лично мне не понравилось. Что еще за ваш социум, Киллинг-Микс? Какой такой ваш социум? Я не отсюда. Откуда отсюда?
Someone... or... Pain?
Как хочешь, так понимай. Да, спасибо. Терпение.
Patience? We...
Ну, остается смекалка.
Creativity?
Мне нравится игра, кстати. Кто заказал лазер?
Oh shit. Where's that damn
Ah,
ring?
shit.
Someone must have pinched it. And what the fuck is this?
Ah, shit. Here we go again. Ah, shit. Here we go again. Ah. Американец, нет.
Someone... Love.
Да нет, нет, не лав.
Fidelity?
Слушай, я не представляю, какой ответ.
I haven't a clue what it means.
А, поспать 9 часов и сразу же отдохнуть. Такой, ну что поделать, типа, да. Может, надо... может, надо, типа, найти этот предмет где-то? Так, стоп. Что, у меня не украли еще кольцо? Лоу. Видимо, это реально есть просто шанс. Nope.
Shit.
Oh.
Where's that damn ring? Someone must have pinched it. And what the fuck is this?
So, the farmer goes to his neighbour.
humility?
Mm-hmm.
Смирение.
Yes. Hand it over then.
Ну, я думаю, я уже пытался ответить смирением, но, видимо, нет. Окей. Ну что ж, все, лазер отдаем. Или еще нужно пару суток подождать.
Here it is.
Oh, good. Finally, there'll be peace around here. And listen, I won't invite you for a drink, since it's not the right occasion. But I've got something special for you.
Thank you kindly.
Эндшпиль. Геркулес и его поглощение в пище. Кольцо Бахуса вернулось к своему владельцу. Книга о силе. Ну, типа, правда, у меня она уже в пределе, поэтому... Ты стал сильнее в силе. Нет. Ну да ладно. Так, ну что, отправляемся на второе задание.
Night, Chief. Gutenberg and Budweis, I reckon.
Bearmen want to go to...
I'd been to see Sir Radzig.
So how did he take the news?
Well, he wasn't exactly happy about it.
I can well imagine. I wouldn't want the Zulls plundering my estates either. If I had any.
He wants us to carry on patrolling the area. There's nothing else for it.
We'll do that. But it will soon be too dark for patrolling, Henry. Come at first light.
Sure, I'll do that.
Пойдем со Степаном поговорим, может удастся его разговорить.
Stefan.
You noticed that?
No, I suppose.
Oh, well, I'd love to tell you, but...
Oh. But... Well, Kuno's...
Really?
No, I don't think so.
I used to live in a...
Actually, I am the...
Me?
Понятно. Пам пам па па падам тан 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 тан. Так, дайте подумаю. Дайте подумаю. У нас сегодня среда. Вчера в 5, где-то в 4 надо мне сделать перерыв. То есть, ну да, погнали. Погнали вторую миссию. Следующую, в смысле. Снова убер коротенький стримец. Да, сорян.
I've been to see...
So how did he...
Well, he was... He wants us to...
That makes sense. Don't think he'll come to us. So we'll just have to hope we run into him. I'd like to check out the big forest to the north, and then carry on via Ujits.
Sure.
Mount up then, and let's go.
В том большом лесу куча половцев. Блин, такой офигенный смайл. Так хорошо передает эмоции. Уж хорошо эмоции передает. Вы что, до ночи патрулировали, типа? Нифига.
Please, can we stop for a bit? My arse is aching, and I've such a thirst I could drink a moat dry.
Same here. What do you say, Chief?
Not to worry. We'll reach Ujits soon. We'll spend the night there.
I heard they've got a peculiar priest there. They say he drinks like the devil himself.
There's nothing strange about that. Every other man of the cloth is a swill pot.
Or a lecher.
Or both.
Quiet. Listen.
For the love of God, help!
Please, please, sir, help me.
Don't worry, lass. Nothing to fear. We're with Sir Radzig, in the manner of speaking. What's the matter?
These brigands came. The menfolk fled and left us there. They started pillaging the place, drinking whatever they could find and smashing things. I ran off, but the other girls, You've got to save them. Please, I beg you.
Easy, lass. Drinking, you say?
Aye, sir. They rolled the casks into the courtyard and started swilling like pigs from a trough.
Well,
Это в ужасе?
our old cook used to say, if you want to make a proper goulash, you should soak the meat in ale for a while to soften it first.
Ты зачем это?
Let them get well soaked, and then go and chop them up. Good thinking, Chief.
But what about the girls? Those men, they were...
I'm sure your friends won't be getting nothing they ain't had before.
Well, unless they be nuns.
И ты же даже говорить ничего не надо, а вас подошел, типа, ну, что за дела?
Kuno, the girl's right. If we delay, her friends will pay the price for it.
I appreciate your advice, Henry. But it's caution that'll keep you alive, not chivalrous deeds.
You promised Sir Radzig you protect his fiefdom, and that means his subjects too.
Come on, it's not like their lives are in any real danger. Hagen's men just want a bit of fun.
A bit of fun? Are you fucking serious? You know very well, Kuno, how innocent girls can end up after a bit of fun with animals like that. Well, I, for one, am not going to sit back and let it happen, even if I have to creep in there myself and try to rescue them.
Oh, all right. It's not the smartest thing to do. But let's go and tackle those fuckers if that's how you want it.
Good. Thanks.
Right.
Благородная душа, получено достижение. Говори Куну немедленно напасть на мельницу.
Let's go!
Отринь страх. Тот, кто возьмет в руки отринь страх, избавится от страха перед битвой. Прочный длинный меч, которым можно рубить даже камни. Этот меч ничего не боится, но его атакующие боевые характеристики несколько ограничены. Отринь страх. А, булава пойдет.
Wants their back covered.
My right arm is stiff since last night. Cover that side for me.
It's all in the wrist, Dangler.
Best to take off your gauntlet first, so as not to do yourself an injury.
Still, it's always good to have your helmet well polished before battle.
Thanks for the invaluable advice, brothers.
Watch your right side then, yeah?
Thanks, Jakey.
Wash up, brother. Heart in your mouth. Jesus, what the fuck?
Икать начал.
God, better. A foretaste of what we'll do with the liquid loot we take from the foe.
I wanted to charge them with a terrifying roar. There'll be no more wine flowing here. Now it's your blood that will stay.
Ух, нифига, они уже здесь! Что-то лагать начало жестко. Битва в темноте. Не к то, чему готовилась эта игра. А еще хрен по мелочи, кто есть кто. Десять ФПС, да.
Where's those damsels we so gallantly rescued?
They took to their heels as soon as they saw the pair of you. Can't say I blame them.
The fucking ingratitude. Well, at least the booze didn't run away.
Booze will never let you down.
So grab some tankards and let's get to it. We've a long way to go to finish the job.
А где приблуда? А, вон он. Да? Нет, это Ян. Вы даже облутать не хотите? Странно. А, он уже тут сидит первый. Прямо у костра. Дружеский поединок.
You want to have a scrap with me?
Scrap? That's putting it in vulgar terms. I want to challenge you to an honorable bout of combat. You've nothing better to do right now anyway.
All right, but let's make it a bit more interesting.
You're a man after my own heart. Tell you what, let's make it a lot more interesting.
Well, a wager like that will bring a bit of excitement into it at least.
You're very sure of yourself, ain't you? Well, you're not the only one. So let's do it. Go!
Это было легко.
It's possible. It could be. You could be my brother.
Lend you my dice, cop.
Up for a game?
Always. I've got some nice little items to wager. What do you say?
Well, that depends what you have.
I've got a shield, a jupon, and a very fine embroidered hat. The shield's got the Rickfald crest, a nice piece, handles well, and tough enough to take quite a battering. Then I've got this combat jupon. Not only does it look good, but it'll help keep your skin in one piece. And then there's this noble hat. It's not a lot of use on the battlefield, but if you want to look elegant around town, it'll certainly make a big impression on folk. And the girls will be fainting at your feet.
Давай, жупан. Но сначала чайку нальем. Так, ну поехали. Хотя, давайте начнем с счета.
I'll play you for that.
All right, but what will you wager? You'll have to make it worth my while. After all, fine things like these here don't just grow on trees.
This should be enough, right?
That'll do me. Let's play. I can't wait to see how you throw.
Так.
Holy mother of God, why do you punish me?
Который хотя бы произносил все еще свой аристократический герб. Holy mother of God, why do you punish me? Че еще может?
How about that game then? Have you still got those nice things you'd like to wager?
I do indeed.
I could use that.
All right, but after all,
This should be enough.
that'll do.
Holy mother of God.
Why, oh, why did I ever agree to this? I'll lose my shirt again.
Почему я проиграл? Да, сейчас буквально рубашка поиграет. Блин, ну это было близко. 3 единицы. А, ладно, 2 единицы. Уже не так страшно. Неплохо. Очень даже хорошо.
No point in pushing.
Два, 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 два. Два. Нет, такое себе. Офигеть. 3 единицы.
We'll see. God's holy hat.
Святая шляпа Господа. Это адская комбинация вообще просто косей.
Kurva! Why the hell did I even start playing?
Воинский пурпуэн с манжетами. Ну, типа, мой-то, в общем-то, такой же. Даже мой лучше. Ну ладно, косарь стоит зато.
How about that?
I doing?
From this, I'll play you.
All right. After all,
This should be it.
that'll do me.
Его не смущает, да, что он проиграл 2 раза с лютейшим просто разбросом. Разносом, я бы сказал.
You won't get the better of me.
Так, я уже вижу 3 единицы. Давай, ходи.
About time it went my way.
О, ты рисковый парень.
No luck tonight.
Три, 2, 5, 2, 2. Давай, троечка.
Time I had a throw.
Пятерочка, да? Да? Yeah!
Use your head, man. You'll lose everything.
6, 6, 6, 6.
Aye, Christ. I've fallen your way and no mistake. No point in pushing.
Семь
Enough.
тысяч
Done with it.
очков. Enough. Офигеть. К слову, а пиво-то где вообще лежит? Они как бочки с пивом выставили. Сидят, пиво пьют. Круто. А мне кто пиво даст?
She'd been rolling in flour. I wanted to ask her what kind of bread she baked. I figured maybe she liked sweet bread, seeing as how she didn't eat meat. But who knows? I always liked black bread. But when I went to executions, I always took a roll with me, with cheese or bacon. Like that time when they executed that timber rafter who was murdering people all around there. Or maybe it was that Jew with a limp they hanged? No, the Jews in Colleen are well off. Too well off. They have no need to go around killing people. Except Jesus. Maybe they poisoned a well. But that one over by St. Bartholomew's, we used to sit there every day. I'd have noticed that. The water stank anyway. The whole fucking Elbe stinks. Especially by the mill. But the millmaids there. Jesus.
Офигеть, как будто разговорился.
They're always so pretty. That's a funny thing. Because the mill hands. Now they were a pack of fuckers. And we all belonged to the Millers Guild. They say the ugly girls jump into the mill race, so the wheel will mill them into pretty maids. I don't know about you, but I'd go with one of them girls, eh? I would. Young bodies, but experienced, you know? No fucking saints. Which reminds me, did I ever tell you about the time St. Clair appeared to me? Ah, fuck it. You're not listening anyway.
Можно тут пенек сесть. Лоу.
Before it's all gone.
А, давай. Прошу прощения. А как мне сесть? А, во.
They left us some damn good booze here. And as my old man used to say, the fire of battle must be quenched. Of course, the only battle he was ever in was with Ma. But still, it fits. Anyway, I hope you'll drink with us.
Sure. Why look a gift horse in the mouth?
My words exactly. Me and the lads were just saying how we know nothing about you. Most of the folk around here have hardly been further than the village market. But you must have seen a thing or two.
О, ну давай.
That I have. I suppose you heard about the raising of Skalitz.
Aye, I heard. And Radzig told me you're from there. But that's probably not the kind of story to go with wine and good cheer.
Have you heard of Sir Hans Capon?
I heard his name mentioned in Colleen. In connection with some wench, as I recall. A young dandy, eh?
Yeah, that's him. He's going to inherit Ratai once he comes of age. I run some errands for him now and again. Well, once we were at the baths together, and his lordship wanted to seduce one of the bath maids.
Naturally, that's what the baths are for. Among other things.
Yeah, but with Sir Hans, nothing is
Among
ever
other
straightforward.
things.
First, I had to play strip dice.
That's good. Did you win?
I did, but I had to strip myself anyway to get into the tub. Only, no sooner had I done so, than his lordship demanded wine from the castle cellars, which is a long fucking way from there.
I reckon you're a man who can't resist a challenge.
If I'd been sober. I went all the way there and back in my undergarments, and no sooner was I back, than he sent me to pick flowers for the girl from the castle gardens.
It's starting to sound like a fairy tale with 3 wishes.
Well, actually, he probably did have a third wish, but he didn't get a chance to say it.
How's that?
Well, I got back only to find the girl's sweetheart, some guard called Arsenballs, well, that's what Sir Hans called him, trying to drown him in the bath.
Drown a nobleman over a wench. That's balls, all right.
Well, Sir Hans was naked and drunk, so he didn't look very noble. Anyway, I tackled this fella and saved Sir Hans from him. It could have all got out of hand, but it ended with only a few bruises. Sir Hans never got his way with the girl, though.
All that trouble for nothing. Tell us another.
Пани Стефания не стоит. Помог шарлатану.
I was trying to track down these bandits who raided the Neuhof stud farm, and the trail led to Ujitz. I made the acquaintance of the parish priest there.
Oh, I've heard some stories about him. Apparently he's quite a character.
That's putting it mildly. But he does keep his word, and he sure knows how to drink.
A typical man of the cloth, eh?
I don't know about other priests, but Godwin can booze like a master. So we ended up in the local tavern. What can I tell you? Wine, women, and song, you know how it goes. Well, we lost track of time a little, and then the bailiff came barging in and tells us it's past curfew and we're to clear out.
Was he on his own?
No, he had some men with him. I'm not sure how many. It's all a little blurry. Anyway, we explained to him politely that we had no intention of ending our enjoyment. So, after a bit of discussion with the bailiff, we carried on. Next morning, Godwin was as green as a frog and hardly able to walk. And then he realised he had to say mass.
That's a show I'd like to see.
Well, he couldn't do it. So he got me to preach the sermon.
You? Preaching? You're joking.
Well, I did my best. Of course, I wasn't in great shape myself, so I'm not sure what the flock made of it.
My word, you're a dark horse. Tell us another.
А, черт с ней, давай.
Do you know Talmberg?
I do. It's that castle on the hill, not far from here.
That's right. Sir Divish is the lord there. You might have heard he was locked up in his own castle for 7 years by another lord he had some dispute with.
I remember hearing something about that. How did he get out?
His wife, Lady Stephanie, managed to get justice for him in the end, with the help of the provincial council.
Right. But I thought you were going to tell us something about yourself, Henry.
I'm getting there. It's to do with the young Lady Stephanie. She took a liking to me and asked me to help her get some things for her cousin's wedding, which I did. And she was very, very grateful.
So the lady was nice to you. That's a charming story. Not exactly bard material.
No, you don't get it, Kuno. She was very grateful.
What are you... No. Never. You and the lady of the castle.
Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise for me, too.
Are you mad? Did it cross your mind what her husband could do?
No, I suppose. But I was caught up in the moment.
Jesus, Henry. Let me give you a word of advice.
Да.
We're not from here, so it doesn't matter much. But I wouldn't go telling that story around these parts.
Of course not, don't worry.
A nice story, but let's just drink.
Никому не рассказывай эту историю. Да, логический мужик Эля и бутылка самогона — это за него некоторое время. А, все, они уже отправились домой? Ни хрена себе. Нормально. Дождемся дня. Можно полутать местных разбойников мертвых. Ну, все, мне с них собирать не надо, конечно. По-моему, они уже аннигилировались. Да, похоже на то. Ну что ж. Та-та-да-да-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-па-пам. Ага, препятствие совпадения. Ну-ну.
Blood.
О!
I'm gonna enjoy this.
You're dead. Shit. Lay off.
О, засранцы. Попинали меня. Ты кролик. Итальянский вульш. Привет, Станик. Кажется, похмелье прошло. Там пара бам пам 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 парам пам пара бара ба па пам. Давайте пьянство возьмем. Там пара бам пам 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 парам пам пара бара бам па пам. Браконьер.
Hey, get out of here! It's no place for the likes of you.
Где его добыча-то, кстати?
Get out of here! Be off, I say. Be gone from here! Cunt. Fair enough. But try that again and you'll rue the day.
Я сдался ему, типа.
Get out, you bastard, or I shan't hold back.
Блин, я понимаю, типа
Warned you, you cat.
репутация типа с людьми понижена. Типа это буквально в таймере репутация понизилась или что? Не понимаю. Опять препятствия.
Bring it up. Christ.
Ну давай. Там пам пара бам пам пара бам пара бам пам пара бам. Чутко пьяненький. Почем книжку о пьянстве. Предварительно, конечно же, выпив. В среду нас постоял на дворе на полянке, в четверг он постоял на дворе на полянке. Дум-дум-дум-дум-дум-дум-дум. Ба-ба-би-бу-ба-бом, кто-то жбабик, жбаби-бом. Пом-пим-пу-би-бам, пи-би-бу-ба-бо-бис, ба-би-бу-ба-бэбисы, пу-пи-пу-па-по-пис, пом-па-пум-пам-пи-пум, пом-пи-пум-пи-по-пам, пи-пи-пу-пи-пам, пи-пи-ки-па-по-пим.
God be with you. Good luck then.
А ты не страх еще оставлю потенциально, это, наверное, прикольный щит. Оружие. Бибубас, бабо, бибу, бибо, бибик, папупок, папек.
Let's have a word about...
Well,
Here.
My world.
Would you teach me?
certain.
I'd like to...
All right. Now, take care.
А учитель пьянства вообще есть в игре?
Come closer, my friends. Marvel at the miraculous items on our
My humble greet.
What's happening around here?
Nothing much, thank God. Peace and quiet is a blessing in this day and age.
Понятно.
Good luck then.
Good luck then. Та-дам, там-дам, та-дам. Игрок из ледечка мы тебя уже гавили, будто надо, чтобы кто-то учил этому. Но у остальных вещей мы уже обучаемся. Ту-ду-ду-ду-ду-ду. Тан-да-дан-да-дан-да-дан. Ту-ду-ду-ду-ду-ду. Я зайду к купцу портному, но сначала купцу. А вообще к портному не надо, он не все покупает, а купец вода красавчик покупает все. Но для нас уже ничего полезного нет. В остальных вещах свои тонкости есть, а тут только отшлифованный организм. Ну, наверное, нет, типа, ну книги же есть, книги же обучающие есть, значит, в принципе, эти знания можно передавать. Вот и все. Если бы не было бы книги, то да, еще можно было бы поспорить.
You got one?
Well, there's this young bride and her new husband out for a stroll, and they see the rams in the fields jumping the sheep. And the girl's wondering,
Почему голос
how
идет
come the
приблудой,
rams pick
хотя
some
он
sheep
спит?
and not others?
И голос не его. Багуля. Да, что ж, господа, мы на этом сейчас заканчиваем. Kingdom Come Deliverance. У нас через час будет террария с донатой. Я понимаю, что, типа, короткие стримы, пацаны, я не просто так, типа, прерываю, потому что, не знаю, не охота или типа того, нет. Просто надо сходить в магазин, надо сходить за водой, поесть по-хорошему. Вот. И причем, надо, типа, вообще нифига не осталось. Воды вообще нет, пить нечего. Вот, так что надо этим заняться. Сорян, что так получается. Увидимся на террарии. Kingdom Come, если что, у нас будут еще завтра. Вот, надеюсь, что сегодня со сном будет как-то получше. Вот. Так что до встречи. Спасибо, что смотрели. Пара-па-па-пи-пу-пам. Пу-пи-папи-да-пу-пи-пам. Па-пу-пи-пам.